The short story The Veldt by Ray Bradbury was first published in 1950. To fully understand the mindsets of the characters in this story, it helps to know a little bit about American history and what was going on when the author was writing. Let's take a little trip back in time. The 1920s in the United States were a time of economic prosperity. World War I had ended in 1918, and the 1920s brought many changes in lifestyle and culture. Alcohol was banned, and women gained the right to vote. Automobiles, telephones, movies, and electricity became more commonplace, and the media was fascinated with celebrities such as movie stars and professional athletes. Then, in 1929, the stock market crashed and brought an end to the so-called Roaring Twenties. The crash resulted in the loss of billions of dollars, bank failures, and the firing of thousands of workers. Unemployment skyrocketed to 25%, and people who could not find work waited in crowded bread lines to receive a small bit of food to help keep them from starving. This period of time, called the Great Depression, continued until the onset of World War II. World War II began in 1939, but the United States did not get involved until the Japanese bombed an American military base called Pearl Harbor in 1941. All of a sudden, there was a huge demand for factory workers to make things like tanks, guns, and uniforms. There were lots of new jobs available for those who were previously unemployed. As men were drafted for the war, women took over their jobs in the factories to support the war effort. Unemployment dropped and wages rose. Wartime production pulled the American economy out of the Depression, and by the time the war ended in 1945, Americans were eager to start spending their money again. More and more young couples were getting married and having children in what would come to be known as the baby boom. Families moved to the suburbs and bought their first homes. They invested in new technology that promised to make their lives easier: washing machines, refrigerators, vacuum cleaners, and more. And television became a part of daily life. Americans bought 5 million TVs a year, and watching TV only exposed them to the advertisements of even more things they wanted to buy. This is what life was like in the United States when Ray Bradbury wrote The Veldt, a story featuring an amazingly advanced house that can do everything its occupants could ever want or need.